Hey everybody, it's Emily from ARC Schooling, and today I'm going to do the autumn reading tag. It's tagged by Maria at Read, Create, Repeat Homeschool, and so yeah, I'm going to just do this tag because it's autumn and why not? So the first question is, what books are you planning on reading during the autumn season? And I've talked quite a bit about my TBR and what I'm reading, but I have a lot of books that I keep adding to that I really want to read, but I'm going to be realistic with myself. And I have 4 books that I'm definitely, like, these are going to happen. I really want to read them. So I'm currently in the middle of Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay, which is fabulous, and I'm very excited to finish this book. And then I've also been talking about The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins for ages. I've been wanting to read this for like months. So it's going to happen. And it's, I don't know, it looks and feels like a book that I would want to read in the fall. It's about a library, which just means cozy to me. So I know this isn't exactly what that kind of book is about, but you know, I want to read it. And then I have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, which has also been on my TBR for a long time, and I keep sticking it there because I'm like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And actually it is going to happen, because I think this is the next book I'm going to pick up when I finish Jane Steele, because I'm just like, everyone's talking about it, and I want to know what they're talking about. I want to be a part of it, so it's happening. And then this book I got a few weeks ago, or was it last week? I think it might have been a week ago. And I pre-ordered it because as soon as I saw the title, I was like, I don't care if it's good or not, that book needs to be on my bookshelf. And that would be Dracula versus Hitler by Patrick Sheen Duncan. And oh my god, guys, this book sounds ridiculous and awesome all at once. And I need to read it. It's just 2 of my favorite things, although I wouldn't say Hitler's my favorite thing, but World War II and killing Hitler sounds fantastic. So I would love to read this, and I don't know, the synopsis basically, seriously, is Van Helsing brings back Dracula in order to take out Hitler. Perfect. Next up is September equals back to school memories and that sort of vibe. So what books did you most enjoy studying in school? I'm going to be honest. For the most part, if a book was assigned to me, my brain shuts off and I can't read it. I literally, I have authority issues. And if somebody tells me I have to read something, I can't do it. I can't. So there are very few books that I actually read when I was in school. Those would be, and I read these because I enjoyed them so much, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I freaking love this book. This is still like one of my all-time favorite classics. I don't even know why. I can't even put into words why I love this book. I just do. It speaks to me on some level. John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. Again, I don't know. Maybe it's because it was so short, I actually read it. I don't even know, again, I don't know why this appealed to me so much back then, but it did, and I still, I've read it fairly recently, I think a couple of years back, and I still liked it just as much. Okay, and of course my favorite subjects would have to be history and literature, because that's the person that I still am. I still am obsessed with history, and I love reading, so yeah. Just not books that people make me read. October means Halloween, of course. And do you like scary books and movies? And that would be yes, I do. I will say though, when I was younger, pre-kids, even when the kids were smaller, I was like obsessed with scary movies and horror and all of that. And as I've gotten older, I still enjoy them, but on a different level, and certain things I can't deal with. Like, I love stupid scary movies, you know, where like it's completely obvious that could never happen. Whereas I have a really hard time with things that could happen, because I start thinking in my brain like, oh my god, something like that will happen to me now, which is completely ridiculous and stupid, but you know, I'm paranoid like that. But yes, I do like horror. I love to read scary things, especially this time of year is just like, I crave it. I need scary things in my life right now. So, like, of course, Stephen King and Joe Hill are like my favorites. And I love like the original Dracula and Frankenstein and that kind of thing. As far as scary movies go, I really love the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Those are like my jam. I really, really love those. Cabin in the Woods by Joss Whedon is like hands down the best scary movie I've ever seen. And it's not just because I'm a huge Joss Whedon fangirl. I just really loved the movie. And it's just, if you've not seen it and you like that type of movie, like the slasher film, cabin in a woods, people going to get away from everything and do stupid things because they're too young to know better, that movie is for you. It has a crazy twist. It is amazing. I love it. But yeah, Scream. I'm really into slasher films, I think. Like, all of my favorite horror movies tend to be like the slasher film variety. I don't know why. But that's just what I enjoy, I guess. Okay, next question. November is bonfire nights and firework displays. So what is the most exciting book you've read? I'm going to have to give this to the Song of Ice and Fire series, which I'm not going to pull down. Woo! Behind me there on the shelf. But yeah, those books. Talk about like edge of your seat. I can't put them down. They are just like so good. If you've not read them, you must. They are amazing. Game of Thrones is good for a TV series. It's amazing. But the books are phenomenal and they're so much better. They're just amazing. Next question is, what are some cozy comfort reads? Books that just make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And for me, a lot. Watership Down, because I push this book on everybody, and I'll always find a way to sneak this in somewhere in a video, because Watership Down by Richard Adams is probably one of my all-time favorite books. If reading about bunnies doesn't count as cozy, then I don't know what does. It's rabbits, and it's such a brilliant novel. Like, you have to read it. Please, go read this. Pride and Prejudice, because this is like my go-to when I'm like, I need to read something but I can't decide what to read. I can probably always read Pride and Prejudice. It's just, I love it. And how much cozier can you get? It's British, it's Mr. Darcy and ridiculousness, and I love it. And not shown, because I didn't feel like going and getting the books, Anne of Green Gables, because Anne is my bosom friend, and we are kindred spirits somehow. I love the Anne books. Of course, Harry Potter, because isn't that everyone's comfort reading, I think? Okay, curled up with a good book, what is your go-to hot drink? And this one, I was like, drinking while I'm reading? No. You might spill. I don't tend to eat or drink while I'm reading. Oh, no, that's not true. I might snack on like popcorn or crackers or chips or something while I'm reading, as long as they're not greasy, because I don't want my books to get stuff on them. But I don't really drink while I'm reading. But if I did, I guess I would go with tea, because I am a tea drinker. I enjoy English or Irish breakfast tea with 2 sugars, and that is it. I don't really drink a lot of hot beverages. What are my plans for the rest of this season? Well, we always go apple picking. I just don't know when that's going to happen. We always go get a pumpkin or 2 or 3 just to carve. So that's on the docket. Other than that, though, we don't have a lot of big exciting plans, which is good, because I like to be at home and cozy in my library and just enjoying the season from looking out the window and not really going out in it, if that makes sense. It's starting to get colder, so I don't like to get off the couch and out of my blanket if I don't have to. I'm not going to tag anybody in particular. If you want to do this, go for it. It's an older tag, and it's like already halfway through the season, so if you want to do it, by all means, please do. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Happy reading. Bye!